Dangers of a Silent Corner by the Yokitemedi. And we are still on the trail of the stories from the Denga prominent birds or the unique characteristics that some birds have in the Denga land. And then today we are going to talk about Lomenio. And that is, in English we can refer them as to birds that live in the cave, that when they sit on the tree, they don't stand on the tree actually, but they hang on the tree. So we usually call them bats. And so this is about them. In our culture, in the Denga culture, we value these birds very well. And most of the time, they are like a taboo if you have to kill them or do harm to them, because they are harmless, they are not edible, so they just live their life. And their uniqueness is for you to tell if your homestead is good spiritually while you listen to those birds. When there is a time when there are some wicked things that are happening within the homestead spiritually, these birds will no longer play around, will no longer make the always sounds the normal way. So until when you have to guarantee that you are spiritually clean in the homestead and there is no threat, no risk, then these birds again will come and play around the homestead, always making noise like nick, 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 nick. And so all those times I was wondering if it's true or not, until everything became clear to me. When there were scandals that we had at home, there were some sicknesses, and unfortunately there were some deaths, and they abruptly stopped playing around before the incidents occurred. And then my father and my elder brother would always discuss about them. My father asking my brother, "Have you recently had these birds playing around?" And my brother would say, "Oh no, I can't remember when last I had them." And then from that point, my dad would say, "This is not good. We must do something." So they have to go to a fortune teller or maybe the spiritual diviner, and then that person will divine that there's something wrong with the homestead, you have to do this and this and that. And so after those rituals have been done, then all of a sudden the joyful birds come playing around the homestead again. So they were used as a sign of warning. When you hear them playing well, all is well. But if they go amiss, know something in the homestead has gone amiss. And so they played a big role in the homestead to tell you when you are in a spiritual kind of battles, what you are facing spiritually, because they will give you a reminder. We are always here. Why aren't we here today? Question yourself. And that is why you have to go to somebody who can foretell spiritually. And from that point, we understood that there is something going amiss. Maybe you are haunted by some other spirit sent by someone else or whatever, things like that. And so each and every child was taught to listen and detect the sounds of these birds. If they don't play along, then no, it's not okay. Until they play joyfully and happily around the homestead, then we will feel at ease. And that is why we used to light the fire under the granary each and every evening, beginning from 6:30. And then from 7, when the smoke is up, these birds will come chiming in and out of the homestead, going there and there, and you will detect the joyful, playful noises that they make, and you know these sounds are for good. So that's the uniqueness of the birds, which we usually call Lomenio, and in another name they call Velvetech. And so, if you have known them in your culture to be so, Can you try and tell me something on the comment section below there? And remember to subscribe so that they won't bypass you as new stories come along. So feel free to write anything down in the comment to highlight, or maybe something that I've forgotten to mention, because I'm brief and clear. I've not gone into the deep details, which could have taken us more than an hour to narrate each and every species. But maybe one day we will do that. For now, just drop a comment, subscribe, and hit the like button.
Everybody,